Hey there, Libra. It's Jen here. I'm doing your May 2021 tarot reading. So, first, I just want to let you know about the moons, what's going on here. On May 11th, there's a new moon in the sign of Taurus. We'll be in Taurus for most of May. And then on the 26th, I have to read this or else I get it wrong. There is did I write it down? A pink full supermoon lunar eclipse in the sign of Sagittarius. So, yeah, a lot going on there. Sag energy is very lucky, very expansive, very spontaneous, very positive. It's mutable, so Sagittarians can they can seem wishy-washy to some other signs, but they're flexible. And they can go with the flow, and so change is easy for them. So there may be an energy where you're able to change and bend, and if something comes up, you're able to what's the word? There's some annoying corporate word, pivot. You're able to pivot. That's the new word you hear. Motherfucker, I can never get these things up. Excuse my language. Just a good old motherfucker to start the tarot reading off. Jesus, Jen. So, yeah, so use that energy to sort of, and Sag too, like, we don't, I'm a Sagittarius, we don't tend to hang on to stuff. Well, I mean, we can, but we tend to be like, I'm just going to let that go and move on, because we don't like to be tied down. We don't like to be held back. We like our freedom, right? We want to feel free, even if it's just the illusion of freedom. We don't want people that smother our flame, that hold us back. So you may be really feeling like you want to move forward and making plans to move forward, and freeing yourself from any situations that feel oppressive or you feel like are holding you back. Now, for my channeling, I got that some of you may just basically out of the blue, maybe subconsciously you've been thinking about it, are just going to stop a bad habit or start a good habit. So you could just stop. If you smoke, stop smoking. Probably, I don't know, it's been a long time now. 7 years ago, I just stopped drinking Diet Coke, because it all of a sudden occurred to me, like, does this make me sleepier in the long run? I'm very sensitive to caffeine, and I've heard, it does stuff to your blood sugar. I just stopped, boom, and I haven't, nothing against that brand, but whatever, and that's it. That was done. I just never drink soda again. Or you could decide to start running, or start, doing something active, taking some sort of positive action. And again, it may seem out of the blue, but it sticks. This is really silly, but I see you having this idea of combining two things together. It reminds me of that old, I think it's a Reese's Pieces, you got your peanut butter and my chocolate, or whatever. And then goat yoga. Like, how bizarre and weird. Like, who the hell thought of goat yoga? But it's some new twist on something that this out of the box, another annoying phrase, out of the box, creative problem solving. Something you're going to figure something out that people will be like, oh, I never thought of that. That's a great idea. Yeah. And it's your intelligence and your wealth of knowledge. Librans tend to be very well read. Your experience, your ability to articulate things and put things into context so it's relatable and palpable and understandable for other people. So you may, sometimes I see this I work in clinical research, and they write these consent forms for people to read and sign to know what they're getting into when they go on a research study. But sometimes they'd be so full of medical jargon, people would just sign it and not know what the hell they signed. So it's mandatory that they're written in layman's terms, and I think for an 8th grade reading level, so that it's like this has to be understandable. So finding a way to take a complex idea or scientific or whatever and make it understandable for the average person that doesn't eat, sleep, and drink whatever you're into, whatever your business or whatever you've studied. Okay, let's see what came up in the cards. The Nine of Pentacles. I love the Nine of Pentacles. Look at that full moon. We have like a Outlander Craig Nadoon stone circle thing happening. Love it. Sun. So something happening during the Leo time. Really, the Nine of Pentacles can be a solitary card, but for me, it's mostly a card of confidence. And this confidence comes because you have confidence in yourself and you trust yourself. So if you say you're going to get up at 5 o'clock and go running, you get up at 5 o'clock and go running. You manage your own shit. You handle your own shit. You don't try to pawn it off on other people. You're fiscally responsible. You know what I mean? It's like you're an adult. You're handling everything. But it brings a comfort and a security because you're not worrying about things that are really a worry because you don't stick to your budget or you don't trust yourself or whatever. So you have a real feeling of groundedness. You're really feeling that Taurus earth energy. So that Sag moon, I'm a Sagittarius. Saggies can feel irresponsible because of their spontaneity. But another side of the Nine of Pentacles is in having some earthly pleasures and enjoying what you've built and create and where you are as well. I don't know. It's like those two things are going to be merged around that full moon, that Sag full moon. So maybe you'll do a weekend away or buy something, or it feels like an investment though. It's an investment, but it's something you've always wanted. Does that make sense? And paired with the sun, so this could be something about vacation because it's Leo time. So in the northern hemisphere, that's summertime. Lots of people take vacations. Or I guess if you could be going someplace warm if it's winter where you are and it's not warm all the time. But it's an aha moment. It's seeing things really clearly. It's shining a light on something, having a clear understanding. It's a virility. It's energizing, and look at all you can see the fire, the Leo, another fire sign, right? And the big giant sun in the background next to this full moon. That's interesting. So that actually together, when the sun and moon are together like that, it's actually the new moon when they're conjunct. So that would be something about the May 11th new moon in Taurus. And this is certainly a Taurus feeling card here, this Nine of Stones. So maybe something pointing more towards the new moon for you guys. And a really activated heart chakra, it looks like here to me. Pouring out your heart to someone. The Five of Pentacles. I want to see what this other one is. Oh, that wish card. Damn. The Nine of Pentacles. So this is someone feeling left out in the cold. It's also someone that won't get help when help is available, sort of a stoic or stubborn, or what's the other word? Yeah, it's almost like if someone can get help and they won't, it's as if they enjoy, so they get something out of it, right? They're getting something out of being in um, that position, whether it's pity or I don't know. I don't know what it is, but there's some sort of someone who there might be some emotional manipulation going on. You know, sometimes if you're happy and being successful and things are going well, people make it about them and why are they successful and I'm not, and it's this weird way of wanting people to pity them. So, okay, here's another thing I'm getting. Have you ever had someone apologize about something, but it turns out to be this sad story? Like, I'm so sorry I treated you that way, but here are my excuses, and you should really feel bad for me. It's so they're just, it's very, this really kind of like doesn't fit with the rest because you have the wish card here, right? What do you wish? Um, but it's like this type of negative Nelly energy, this, yeah, I'm just getting, whoops, just a negative downer, stagnant, it's not going to work. Um, it's a poverty mentality. I don't know. It's kind of standing between you and your happiness. So this could be your own doubt and self-doubt and negativity and refusal to get help or to take assistance or whatever. Um, or it could be an energy in your, in your life. But it's like there's something that needs to be released, and that would be that full moon. Like, so the new moon, what do you want to bring in, but what do you want to release to make room for the newness to come in? And until this is released, to get your happily ever after. So this could be that habit I was talking about. Um, Maybe you spend too much. Maybe you're a compulsive shopper. Um, maybe you're too tight with money to the point where you're not enjoying life and you have to loosen up a little bit. Maybe you're always waiting for the other shoe to drop. There's some obstacle that needs to be released or dealt with, addressed, um, to get your happily ever after. And I do see that coming with, especially around these moons, but also being an eclipse. You have to. Oh, I was doing this shit. I think I forgot to do this for the last person. I was looking at my notes and I could find as far back as mid-November. So let me see what was going on with you. Do I have the right book? In mid-November, here we go. Libra mid-November. I read, I think, Taurus, and I was like, my notes made absolutely no sense, but let's see what yours say. This is kind of fun. So something that was happening maybe around November of last year. Looking out a window, pondering something, a decision. You know what you need to do, reflecting. Last Libra moons. Oh, so I'm bringing up the moons again. New moon on October 16th. Full moon April 7th. Full moon, this is 2000. So new moon October 16th, 2020, sorry. Full moon April 7th, 2020. So what was happening around those times? Then you had your full moon on March 28th of this year. and you have your new moon in Libra is on October 6th, 21. So I don't know, something about those Libra new and full moon dates in the last year and this year. Then I saw darkness. This is what I wrote: male, lurking, metaphorical, someone with daddy issues to be examined. I don't know. But it's kind of reminding me of this card. It is like someone lurking in the darkness. So, okay, that's what it's someone who just seems to struggle with their demons or just sort of be pessimistic. But, some people are pessimistic and anxiety ridden and worried by nature. If it's you learning to break free from that, if it's someone uh, that you deal with on a regular basis, it may be preventing your happiness. I heard someone say, I don't remember who it was, I think it was a celebrity of some kind. I think they were a therapist or something, that said, you can tell when you're with someone that's really depressed, because when you leave, when you're after you've been around them, you kind of feel depressed. Like that energy sort of wears off on you, just. And so it could be something like that, where there's an energy that's just sort of negative lurking around that needs to be. It does say male, but it doesn't have to be. That you need to sort of move on from. Which I see you doing really well. Look at, the brightness of the sun is going to get rid of this darkness, right? Your energy, your positivity. You're just going to move on from that, or enlighten it, or get rid of the darkness that way, so your happiness can come in. Okay, Libra, that's what I got for you. I hope you have a wonderful May. Take care.